Are you a procrastinator? Do you wait until the last possible minute to do something that you need to do? It's 2 days before Christmas, and it's likely that you probably either forgot to get somebody a gift or you just thought, I'll wait, I'll go get them something whenever. And now we're way past whenever, and you need something to throw together really quickly that means something. Making a gift for somebody that takes your time and energy and effort, it means a lot more than just going to the store and buying something for $20. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make 2 really easy DIY Christmas gifts that say more than "here you go, I bought you something." First up, we have hot cocoa. I had all of these ingredients on hand. I didn't have to go to the store to get any of this. However, I will say that I did use up all of the ingredients that I had to make this. And next, we have heat packs. Yeah. So let's get into this video and let me show you how to make these. And now I am cutting out the heat packs. First, pick your fabric. The fabric type doesn't exactly matter. You want it to have some thickness to it. You can use a cotton or a duct or really whatever you just have laying around. When deciding what size you want for your heat pack, it's a good idea to think about where do you want the heat pack to be. I made a variety of different sizes, from an extra large all the way down to a really small one for your hands. Because you are making these heat packs, you can really make them any size that you want to make them. The process to making these is really simple. You cut out the shape you want. Once you have your pattern or your shape cut out, what you are going to next need to do is put the facing sides together. I'm going to sew the seam around the sides, leaving one side completely open. We are now going to turn the fabric right side out and start sewing in our channels. I'm going to be starting with a straight stitch right down the middle. This is going to help me distinguish the sides, and then I can go in the middle of that and in the middle of that, and before you know it, we have a whole bunch of channels to hold the rice. I am sewing in a bunch of channels, and these channels are going to be holding the rice. It is going to evenly displace the heat, making this the best heat pack ever. Now, I was doing my best to try to get a 3/4 inch to an inch channels. You don't want them too wide, and you also don't want them too small, because if they're too small, your funnel just isn't going to fit in the hole. Now that I have all of the channels sewn in these heat packs, how I'm going to fill them up is one end I left open, so I'll be sliding in the funnel and pouring rice in. When that is done, I will then be pinning and sewing it together. Now that we are to the filling process, I have my funnel and I have my rice. I am using just the cheapest rice that I could find. Using a measuring cup, just a little at a time, I'm pouring the rice into the funnel and then using my fingers to run the rice down the channels, getting it all the way to the bottom. I check to make sure that it's filled all to an even-ish amount. And there needs to be enough space so that I can lay the heat pack down on the sewing machine and not hit the rice with my needle, because that would break my needle. And now it is time to show you how to make the hot cocoa mix. The ingredients for this is powdered sugar, powdered milk, cocoa powder, kosher salt, arrowroot powder or cornstarch, and that's it. Then you just mix. You just mix until it's well incorporated. You can use a whisk. I used my hands because they were already dirty with the ingredients, so it was just easier for me. And now we are going to fill up mason jars with the hot cocoa mix. Alright, our hot cocoa mix is done, and it is time to label them. The recipe for the hot cocoa mix will be down below in the description. It is really easy to make. I had all of these ingredients on hand. I did not need to go to the store to get anything. I made and printed out these labels. Really simple. I think that it probably is a tad too big, but whatever. So I'm gonna finish cutting these out, and I also have the ingredients list printed out. So I've got my labels, and this is a Christmassy plaid fabric that I have, scraps from a skirt that I made, and I figured I could just wrap this around the top and make it super cute and Christmassy. Now that all of my labels have been cut out, I'm going to go ahead and start putting them on the mason jars. This is sticker paper. I got this on Amazon. I can leave a link down below in the description. Yeah, that's big. Now these hot cocoa mixes really are the best DIY Christmas gift. You really can't go wrong when it comes to giving food or drink mixes. You really can't. Now you can use mason jars or reusable jars. For me, anything that we do buy at the store that comes in a glass jar, I wash it real well and I save it. So I actually have like 3 tubs full of jars. I probably should have used those instead of the mason jars, but either way, it's still a nice, thoughtful gift for Christmas. Now the recipe for the hot cocoa mix is down below in the description. It will take you directly to my website where you will be able to find a PDF, printable, and downloadable recipe card. Now these heat packs really are the coolest things. You can add essential oils or not. All you really have to do is put it in the microwave, 30 seconds, flip it, 30 seconds. If it feels like it still needs to be warmed up, put it in for 15 seconds or so at a time. You don't want to heat it up that it gets so hot that it burns the rice on the inside, because then it will smell like burnt rice and it's not a good smell, and no essential oil can cover that smell up. So you want to be gentle with it, gentle heat, warm it up gently, and I mean, you can use it for pain. You can use it for warming up in the winter, like these little ones, little hand ones. That's the purpose for these. It's so that the kids, oh, that side's prettier. It is so that the kids can keep their hands warm this winter, and also everyone just loves a little pack of warmth. You can put it on your face. Now I have a variety of different sizes. These are the 3 smallest ones. I wasn't thinking about it, and I went ahead and just wrapped all of the gifts that I planned on sending out, most of which being the heat pads. And I realized that I should have photographed it. So here, with the name not being shown, so you don't know who you are that's receiving this, I wrapped it. Look how neatly that just rolls up. I'm gonna unwrap it. It's really no big deal to rewrap it for me. Now this is one of the biggest ones that I made. This is like the perfect back heat pad. It would cover the entire back. That was the purpose for this. Now the way that I got this heat pack to displace the heat in the rice evenly is that I had sewn in channels, and these channels I fill with rice. So it's not just a big old bag of rice. There's purpose to it. There's structure to it. The hem seam isn't beautiful, but whatever. This is a great DIY Christmas gift. The kind of fabric that you can use, a wide variety of fabrics. You can use cotton, you can use duct, you can use polyester. I don't know what kind of fabric this is. It is fabric that I have had. It's Christmas-ish-y. It would work for the whole year. It definitely gives me American vibes. America, America. Down in the description below, I will be leaving a link for a typed out version of this. This is really, there's no pattern. I I looked at the fabric and I thought, I want a heat pack that's this big. And then I did that. It's not that difficult. Then you sew straight stitches. It's completely straight stitched. So easy. Really easy to just pump a bunch of them out. Now you can DIY or hand make all of your Christmas gifts or some of your Christmas gifts this year. This video is specifically on only 2 of them, hot cocoa and these heat packs. Now I could continue going and make a very long video with like 10 or 15 gift items, but I don't really feel like that's entirely necessary, nor do I have the time to not only make the things, but to record making the things, because it really is a whole process on its own. I think that one more thing that I probably will do though is I have a bunch of dried herbs, so I figure that I'll send some dried herbs as tea. I have these little tea packets to put them in, so that's also a really good idea for DIY Christmas gifts. So Merry Christmas and happy crafting. And we'll see you next time here on Hollow Acres.